Alright everyone, welcome back to another episode of Ocean Outlast Expert. I hope everyone is doing great today. I know that I am. We are jumping right back on into things today. And I did a little bit more work off camera. I'll show you guys real quick before we do anything. And don't worry, it's not going to take too long. So as you can see, we've expanded out. I have kind of uniformly fit everything in here. So I went with cobblestone and dark oak wood slabs to fix our walkways here and make them be the same throughout, be them all the same height level as well. At least for this main one, we're not stepping down a block, we're just continuing on the same height. So yeah, just went around, did that, added some more trees like I said I was going to do. I added one here, added one over there, next to our little walrus boy. Added another tree there, over in the distance over here, and we obviously expanded our walkway over to that island, which is awesome. So we have some more space we can utilize. Obviously had to readjust some things here, and then connected it over here. I did take off some of the bushes up top there, as I didn't feel like they blended in super well, so I just kind of nixed them out, and I left one over here that I thought looked pretty decent. So I'm just going to leave that as is. I think for now it is fine. So that one is there, and then I have a teeny bit on the back side over there. That's about it over here. Now the big stuff that I did as well is over this way. So obviously uniform all the way through, and then we can come down these steps here, and I have created this huge-ish island over here. So over here there's a cluster of small islands. So we had a small island here, which we had originally had our walkway dumped down onto, and then it kind of went to maybe about here. Then we had a bunch of water out here, teeny little bit of a protrusion of land over here, and then a small little island right here. Now what I went ahead and did is I just grabbed a bunch of dirt and I filled everything in over here. It took some time, so I was just kind of kicking back and relaxing the other evening. I didn't stream or anything, it was pretty late, so I just went ahead and did it and got it all set up like so. So we have some more space so we can expand when it does come time for that. So yeah, that's about it. Didn't really do too much else other than that. Now, for today's episode, we are jumping back into adventuring. So again, we're kind of going that on-off episode way where we'll have adventuring, then crafting, then adventuring. It might take a little bit longer for things to get done, but at the same time, I think it's kind of fun like that. Mixes things up. So we still are on our path of getting our simple storage network set up, and we did have our atomic reconstructor finished in the last episode. So we got that bad boy over there, and we did get the diamorite crystals that we need, right? Oh, diamantine crystals that we needed. We got those, so we can continue moving on the path of getting everything together, but we're not going to do that right now. Instead, I'm planning to get some other things together. Now, the other thing that I did do, I did get the upgrade going, so I did create this energy upgrade, and I did figure out how to do this in the metallurgic infuser with the redstone for whatever reason, or well, we know what reason it was, but we had a bunch of carbon built up in here from creating our steel. I wasn't sure how to get rid of it. Someone had commented on the last episode, let me know, you hit this dumb button right here, and it'll get rid of all of it. Now, ideally, you do want something set up to catch it all, so you're not wasting anything, but for me, it was just a little bit of carbon. We have plenty of low-grade charcoal that we can utilize for carbon, so I said heck with it, just dumped it all, did the redstone part, didn't have anything left over from that, so we are all cleared out, which is awesome. So if you guys were wondering, that's how it's done. Still not 100% sure on the blast furnace what's going on with here. I still couldn't figure it out. I'm still trying to do some research, but again, if anyone knows really just what we need to be doing differently with this, it says that it needs air in order to do it, but there is no cells to put in here. There's nothing for us to use, so I might be missing something. So for now, we'll keep producing steel the old-fashioned way in the metallurgic infuser. Anywho, I have spent a little bit of time getting things together for today's episode, because for adventuring, I want us to prepare a little bit better. So, well, first, I did complete that energy upgrade, so we do get a little bit of reward from that. If you want to take a second to read through that, feel free to do so. Just a tomato, nothing crazy. I'm just going to get rid of it. We don't really need it. So what did I want to do? Well, I wanted us to prepare for our adventures because we do have our obsidian armor on, which is awesome. We have some blast protection, unbreaking. Like, we have a bunch of good stuff on this. Like, I'm not gonna lie, we are in a pretty good state. But there was one thing that I noticed that would be kind of cool, especially if you guys don't have that point yet. If you don't have that kind of armor, if you haven't gotten it from any kind of loot, because that's where all of ours has come from, there's a different way to go about it. So previously I talked in tiny progressions about our wooden battle axes, or just our battle axes in general. And we did get an obsidian one, which we use pretty frequently. I see that they did add that one in, Kevin did add that in. Well, the other thing that you can utilize is different armors that are pretty cheap to make. So normally in Minecraft, you have your iron, you have your gold, diamond, so on and so forth, depending on, you know, if you do have a few additional mods installed. Well, in this pack, we have some stuff from Tiny Progressions that really makes it easier to get armor early on, rather than just using those base components. So the first two that they have here are stone and bone. So basically, just crafting up these sets of armor, utilizing cobblestone or utilizing bone. Now, it's in the same exact layout, so it's the same formula, same crafting as a normal piece of armor, you know, obviously relative to what the armor piece is. So obviously for the chest plate, it's this. And you can get those crafted up, and they're pretty decent. They're nothing incredible, but if you're starting off, it's good to have. And relatively cheap to make. Now, what I want to get into is the Villager Dream one. So the Villager Dream one is a armor set made out of emeralds, which is pretty cool, and we have tons of emeralds in order to do that. And then that leads into our next one, which I really, really want. Hot stuff. And this is the Magma Armor. Now, I did see over on the Discord for this mod pack, it was being brought up. And that's why I'm kind of getting to it now, just so we can take advantage of it before anything does change. And you guys can as well, obviously. So the Magma Armor, you take all of that emerald armor that you had just created, but you're adding magma creams and magma blocks to them. Now, actually, these are pretty straightforward to get. They just take some time to get all the components for. So obviously, magma cream, you need blaze powder, and then some kind of slime of some kind, or tar, it looked like there. And then for the magma blocks, you're just taking 4 of those to put them all together. Now, all in all, the blocks, you'll need 14 of. So just keep that in mind as you're crafting through. And then you're going to need a different amount of the magma creams just on their own. So for this, you need 2. So what, 2 there, 4, 6, 8. So you're going to need 14 blocks of magma blocks, 14 magma blocks. And then what, 2, 4, 6, and then 8 magma creams on their own in addition to the armor. So that's everything that you need for it. Now, blaze powder is actually not too hard to get, especially if you've already made it to the nether. Now, you can obviously farm those armorized blaze that you do see those down there, or the juggernauts, I think they're called, to get some blaze powder or blaze rods. But the other way that you can do it is by using dust or crushed netherrack in a sieve. You can do that in a normal sieve, or you can use a heavy sieve if you wanted to as well, with the iron stiffened, and you have a good chance, you have 5% chance, so not incredibly up there, but it's a decent amount of a chance to get the blaze powder from it. Especially if you're doing the compressed, you have a pretty fair chance of getting some from it. And the compressed dust is actually easier to get even than the nether gravel, the compressed nether gravel. This stuff you just get from dust, which is just from either sand or red sand. So you could get that without actually even going to the nether, realistically. So a little bit of grinding to get all of that together. Now, the next thing obviously is slime. Now, how do you get slime? Typically, you think, oh, you need to go out and hunt slimes. Now, there are slime islands that you could easily go and take advantage of. You could probably get everything that you need relatively quickly. But let's say you don't have the means to get there. Let's say you're just trying to stay in your base, trying to stay protected, and you don't want to venture out that far. Well, the other thing that you can make is a rice slime ball. That will actually work as well. And this just takes rice dough and water, which is pretty easy. And then rice dough, you just need rice. So really, all you just need to do is grow a bunch of rice, you get rice dough, and then you can use that to make your slime that you can use for your magma creams, getting all those together. So really, it's not too crazy to get this, and you don't even really need to get to the nether. Now, what kind of perks do you get from this? I've hovered over it probably once or twice already, but here's a good look. When you have everything together, the whole suit, you have fire resistance and normal resistance as well. So the obsidian armor that we had before, when you wore a full suit, you got resistance. Now this also gives you fire resistance as well, which is pretty awesome. So we're definitely going to get that going. Let's jump into it really quickly and get everything crafted, and then we're going to go out and we are going to do some exploring. I think we might hit up a pirate cove today. I think that would be the funnest thing to do. And then finally, we just need that bad boy. Now this should work, I believe. It hasn't been popping for that quest though. Okay. It very well could be broken for some reason, because we just crafted everything up and it's not letting us progress, at least in the quests. Now we do have both things. Yeah, we have both things completed ahead of time, and then the villager dream should be the one that comes next. But for whatever reason, it is not liking us doing that for some reason. Interesting. Hot stuff. +2 hidden quests. Interesting. Okay. Well, anywho, I'm not gonna take time on that. Kevin, if you're watching, you could. Well, what's going on with this? Okay, we have an emerald helmet. Ooh, uh-oh. Did we craft up from the wrong? Ooh, that's what we did. Well, you caught it live here. We crafted up the wrong type. So there's two different kinds. There are the actually additions one, and then there's the tiny progressions one. And I'm sure you all are probably already commenting down below, hey, you messed up. Let's see, can we undo these? It looks like we could smelt them down if we wanted to. So I'm not too worried. And we have plenty of emeralds. It's a whoopsie on my part, but for you guys, now you know, make sure you're paying attention to what you are making up and make sure that it's from the correct mod. And bada bing, bada boom, there we go. Now we have it going right. So we get a lot of money, 400 coins and a chest from it. Let's see what we get. White tulip seed, nothing too crazy. Then we should be able to go through and make all of this stuff. Just like so. So again, guys, please be careful as you are going through these and make sure you are crafting the armor from the correct mod. I don't want you to be in a similar situation as I am with that. We should be able to go downstairs and we probably could smelt those up and get us a whole block of emeralds. To then convert back. So I'm not too concerned. We can easily fix that. So with that being said, let's plop all of these bad boys on. Let's get all those off. We'll plop all those on. We do have some cosmetic armor over us, so you can't see everything. But if I were to take it off, this is what we are looking like. We kind of look like throw up. Not gonna lie. It's not like the most pleasant looking thing. So, but it's okay. But realistically, with what we have some good armor already, so I might switch back and forth. We'll try this out and just see how it goes overall. But I did kind of like the, I kind of like the ones that we were already wearing. But anywho, all right, guys, let me go throw this downstairs, and then we're gonna make our way over to a pirate cove. We're gonna get some exploration on. So we'll be right back. All right, guys, before we head out, I actually wanted to do one last thing for you guys. So as you can see, our XP is fixed. It was fixed in one of the more recent updates. And so we have 31 levels with us right now. And what I wanted to do, because obviously going out adventuring, you have the risk of dying and losing a lot of that experience. And nobody wants that. So to help with that, to help store a lot of your experience, it's good to get going a Tome of Knowledge. Now this is pretty straightforward to make. You need a book, 2 lapis, and then emeralds. Lapis, I know. And then you can get the book, or the Tome of Knowledge. Now what this allows you to do is to store experience, which is awesome. Now I've been over this in our MC Eternal playthrough, but for those of you who don't know, once you have it crafted up, you can just right click and it'll start storing your experience levels. As you can see, they are slowly going down, and the little, I guess, durability bar on the book itself, the green bar, is getting a little bit bigger as we go. Now, if you want to give experience levels back to yourself, you just shift right click and it'll give you all of them back just like so. And this can be combined with your Aztec tome, so just like so, throw it in there, you're good to go. Now, the other thing I do want to do though, since we have 30 levels, is have this heart container. Now, before, when we've gotten these, it says you need 30 levels to do it. We have it now, so let's give it a go. And just like so, we have another orange heart down there, as you can see. And we do have another one of those hearts chilling in here, so once we get to another 30 levels, we could easily do that. Now, we do have some bottles of enchanting in here. We got some solidified experience sitting around. So there's definitely a means for us to get to that point relatively quickly. But I'm not going to use those right now. I'd much rather save them for a instance where we are in a pinch rather than, you know, using them now. I know I could use them, put them in the tome, and then be fine, but you just never know. There could be an instance where you actually need that for some kind of crafting. So we're perfectly fine for now. So with that being done, we're going to head out. And we are going to go either find a pirate ship or we're going to find a pirate cove. So guys, we will be right back. All right, guys, here we go. This is a pirate cove. At least that's what I call it. I guess maybe someone else would call it something different. So yeah, they spawn randomly out here, and unfortunately they don't connect all the way down to the floor sometimes, the sea floor. That's just how they are for whatever reason, but that's okay. It's still a fun adventure. So we're gonna try to get in here, and we'll try to do something sneaky. Now, realistically, well, first and foremost, I probably should have more blocks than what I do on me right now, other than wood, but that's okay. We'll make do with what we got. Now, the best loot for this place is at the very top. If we take a look at the map here, we zoom on in, there's a nice big red X at the very top of this little mountain, I guess, this little hill, this cove, whatever you want to call it. And under that X is the best stuff. So give you a little bit of a spoil there, giving you guys that insight, but I mean, it's the truth. That is where the best stuff is. And then as you get farther down, you know, there's still good stuff, but it's not as good. So what is suggested before is to start at like getting to the top, get as far up to the top as you can possibly go, get the goods, and then you know, go back through and take anything else that you might want. But we're gonna try to just go through it without doing that, because I want you guys to give the full experience. So I'm not gonna go directly to the top for things. I'm gonna try to shimmy my way into the side here. As you can see, we got a bunch of friendly guys already. There are guys that have pistols, so ranged weapons. So we're gonna wanna be careful here. And obviously we got diamond armor, we got iron armor. It's gonna be, I mean, there's gonna be a lot of fighting, so let's get this put up here, and we're just gonna take some of these guys out. All right, so we've kind of gotten most of them on this floor, at least that were coming at us. Took a while. I should let you guys know, I did switch back over to our other armor for all of this, just because we have some really good enchantments on there. But there is, again, nothing wrong with using the Magma Armor that we got up and going earlier. So there is little rooms in these pirate coves for different things. So this definitely seems to be like a kitchen area, and they have tons of cauldrons, tons of furnaces, so on and so forth. And again, I've reiterated this many times, I would highly recommend grabbing everything. The cauldrons can be smelted down through tinkers. The furnaces can be used in crafting for crafting purposes, so you don't have to smelt up normal stone to make them. And because this is a kitchen, I'm guessing, yep, it's just going to be really just food items, which there's nothing wrong with it, with getting food, but there is still that hunger glitch right now. So really, we do not take any hunger. We're not affected by hunger, I should say. We did pick up one loot bag, and we have some other miscellaneous junk items. We could actually probably get rid of some of this stuff. that we really don't need. Actually, that iron dagger we could probably use at some point. Let's keep going on through here. We do have another room over here. It definitely just seems to be empty. It looks like that was a way up here. We do have a door out that way. The sun is starting to set on us, so we're going to want to find a nice place to hold up for a little bit. Ooh, we do have a big dude in here. This dude is not going to be fun. He's going to do a lot of damage, and he's extremely fast moving, which is not good. I don't know what just happened. I don't know where he went. I hear him dying somewhere. We do have our sleeping bag, which definitely is useful to have, so don't forget to have your sleeping bag on you for when you are out adventuring like this. You definitely don't want to get into that point where it gets nighttime and you have no way of getting through the night. Now this does look like we have crew quarters in here. You do want to be careful because there are beds. You don't want to reset your waypoint accidentally or your spawn point. Let's close this behind us really quick. Let's craft up some torches because that is the one thing I did forget to make was some torches. And luckily we were able to find some coal. I definitely hear some zombies. Maybe some creepers as well. That is the other thing too, is that these guys are just NPCs of a kind. Like, even though they are hostile towards us, they can still be affected by other hostile mobs as well. So I believe they can actually kill each other, and they can also be killed by like creepers, zombies, and so on and so forth. So let's see what else we got in here. Some more food. Again, not really worthwhile for us. We do have a purple bed in here. That's pretty cool to see. You don't really see that too often. And actually a brown bed. That's kind of cool. All right, we got some more stuff in here. Some more iron. Again, more food. I'm not going to worry about it for now. And then the final one in here is just a bunch of food. So really, just again, not extremely worth our time to get all of that. Now, if I could be overlooking something, if you guys have any tips on like if food really is a good thing to be picking up as we go, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, your suggestions. We do have this guy here. We actually have two of these guys here. Holy smokes, okay. This is not going to be an easy battle. And I forgot that they can... Oh! They can open doors. Okay. So we're taking the wimpy way here. Strategic way, maybe, of kind of putting ourselves back in a corner and blocking against them. All right, so we got past those guys. We're up here now. This is another room you can find in these pirate coves. It's like a little jail area. Typically, there will be some kind of animals in here. There's like an alpaca or a llama in there and a little piggy, and then you obviously have a skeleton in there. And then you can actually find villagers here too. So it's another good place to come and try to find people you could trade with. This guy, he has decent trades, but nothing too crazy. We do need to clean up our inventory. Holy smokes, we are sitting on a bunch of stuff. I really shouldn't be getting rid of this Inferium Essence. We do need it down the line. We really should just be getting rid of all the junk that we really don't need right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually store all of our loot bags away. Ooh, we did get a legendary as well. I think that's our first legendary. So I'm going to store all of those in there. And then at the end of the episode, we'll go and sit through and open all of them and see what our haul is. So coming up here, this is typically where you find the pirate captain, but I'm not seeing him up here for some reason. And there is some good loot here. So some golden feathers. We do have some diamond armor, which is awesome. And then a diamond sword with nothing, no good durability, I should say, on it. But it has good enchants. So that's the reason that you pick them up. Is to get the enchantments off of them. Now those things do not stack for us, so I'm going to stick them in our backpack. We're going to keep moving on here. There is a little pirate flag here if you want one. As you guys probably saw, we have one in our base already. I'm going to keep going upwards, I guess. That's our best bet, is to keep moving up. It is quite strange that we haven't seen the pirate captain. He might have fallen down or he might have run off somewhere else. It does happen. But this is the best loot up here at the top. So I guess we'll just dig down. I don't see anyone coming towards us on our mini-map, so let's just get this. Let's get down here. And this is the best loot right here. So we have a chest, and then also surrounding the chest, we have multiple blocks of goodness. So some lapis, some gold, some iron, and then some emeralds. We do have something exploding a ton. I don't know what it is, but I don't see any enemies up here. So I'm not 100% sure. But this is going to be the best stuff. So we take a peek in here. Another block of gold, some ender pearls, golden apples, more golden feathers, and then again, some more diamond gear, which this case we have a helmet and a sword. XP boost 3, which will be awesome to eventually take off and then put on something different that actually has some durability. Now, I'm going to stick a lot of these blocks and so on and so forth in here. If you were curious, the golden feathers can be used for cloud boots, which is pretty cool. I think we've read over those before, but yeah, and we have plenty of them. We have enough to make those if we did really want to. So with that being said, we've pretty much gone through most everything here. There are a few more things to actually hit to possibly get some loot from. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to venture back down into the cove here, and we're going to look around. There is this door over here, which I think just takes us out to the opposite side, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, this is just the opposite side. Yeah, I have no idea. As you can see, the pirate captain's health is still there, so he's got to be around here somewhere. I just don't see him. So yeah, there is more to explore. If we come back down this way, and we come over here. Oh, we do have one of those. Oh, we have one of those TNT. That's what I keep hearing. All right, let's try to get these guys taken out without dying or just exploding our area here. I don't know if we can get close enough to this guy. I'm kind of hoping he just kind of kills himself. That would be the ideal state. I don't know, I can't tell how much health he has. I think he might have taken himself out. Unless he just... Nope, just pushed himself far enough away. I hate those things so much. Alright, we're going to ignore him for now. We don't really need him. We're just going to block off that way. And we can keep going on down through here. Now, there's another door over here, which will lead outside. This is another way. Oh, this is another way to get to the top, if that's where you wanted to go. You can come out this way and then shimmy your way up the side. Ooh, we did get a pistol from that, which is pretty cool. But again, I'm not seeing the captain, so we're going to go back inside. We're going to keep going this way. Now, this way should keep leading us downwards, and we're going to run into more pirates here. But we should be able to take these guys out. We've really... The bigger or higher tier pirates with the better armor are typically at the top of the cove. But we obviously have already gone through all that, so we don't really need to worry too much on it. I do have like a teleportation on my armor, so that's why these guys, when they get close to me and they hit me, they vanish. Because they're actually being teleported elsewhere. Now, it does look like we have some more creepers and stuff such down there, so maybe that's what happened to all these guys, is they just kind of got taken out by a lot of the creepers and zombies. It is extremely dark down here. That is the other thing, too. They do drink potions, so you're just going to want to be cautious of that. They will try to regen their health. But we are sitting at 29 minutes, so I'm gonna keep going through. Oh, that's the pirate captain. Okay, here we go. So we actually found the pirate captain. He does have a decent amount of health. Holy smokes, yeah. We found a bunch of them. So a bunch of these guys must have been at the bottom, somehow got down there. We're just gonna want to set up shop somewhere and take them out. So this may be a little bit longer episode than normal, which is fine. But you know what? I don't think there's too much in taking these guys out, really. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut away. If anything extremely interesting comes up, I'll bring you guys back. But otherwise, I'll meet you guys back at the base. Alright guys, the last thing I did want to show you guys was the pirate ship itself. Did not want to forget that. So I've gone through most everything else. There's actually a lot of pirates that are farther down that fell down, but I've been taking them out as we go. So the pirate ship actually has a decent amount of stuff on it, and that's why I wanted to take the time to kind of run through it. So if we come into the back side of the ship here, and you come down the side here, there is a little underpiece where you can find some goodies, a cauldron, a furnace. There's also a chest here, which will just have miscellaneous items. I do need to put some stuff away. Unfortunately, we're getting a little bit full on everything. I guess we could consolidate our emeralds here into one singular item, as well as our block of iron. So let's get those just put away like so, and we can put actually we could take these out and we can put our loot bags away like that. And then there is a little area back here that will have some goodies as well. You typically, I think this is the same place I found my long shot the last time, which is pretty awesome. So you can grab that from there. There is a nice bow here and then another sword. And then we have more golden feathers, but we already have a lot of golden feathers. So I'm not going to worry on that too much. I feel like we're at a pretty good spot with them, considering there isn't really too much you can make with them. And we can obviously craft them up ourselves if we did need more. Now, if we come back out onto the main deck, I did try to take most of the enemies out here, so hopefully we won't run into anything too bad. We can come down into the cargo hold, and there's a number of different rooms here. And it definitely looks like just a crew quarters down here. There is also a little jail cell as well that you can, again, oftentimes find a villager in. So if we open this bad boy up, we do have a villager here, which is pretty cool. If you did have something to take them back with you, that would be definitely beneficial. Unfortunately for us, we don't have anything, so we're just going to let him be. We have some more crew quarters, more crew rooms here. You might find chests, so on and so forth. So make sure to grab what you can. And then finally, on the end here, you're going to have a decent amount of items that you can collect, including a few cauldrons. So definitely make sure you grab all these. Now, it is, I believe, random what you find in here. See, for us, those two chests were just mainly food. So nothing too crazy from that. But yeah, that is honestly for the most part it. Again, there are other little nooks and crannies that you can find when you're exploring, but just due to our time, I don't think it's necessary to have to try to go through all of them, because there really isn't that much else. So guys, with that being said, we're going to head back to the base. Alright guys, so we are back at the base and we're going to wrap things up here. So let's go through and look at what all we got. I already went ahead and put a bunch of the stuff that wasn't really that interesting away. I put a lot of our armor in such a way that you guys saw, so things that were enchanted that we'll use down the line, not necessarily right now. I put away, and then just some miscellaneous blocks and items. So we got a bunch of loot bags, but let's first and foremost look through all of the other stuff. So we got almost a half stack of gold here, almost a full stack of iron, couple diamonds, couple emeralds, good amount of redstone, lapis, and ender pearls. And then we also did get over a stack of coal, which is awesome. A great way to get that stuff. So let's just stick that away for now so we have a little bit of space to open some of our loot bags. So we're going to start with the common one first and foremost. Actually, we got some pretty good stuff out of here. Some bones, some antlers, some torches, which is something that we definitely needed. And then a Fortune 1 book. Ooh, okay, that's actually pretty interesting. I did not expect to have something like that. Then we have a couple common or uncommon ones. Let's open these up. We have some music discs, a bucket I'll take, and then oak saplings. So what I'm going to do is if there's stuff in there that I don't really need, I'm just going to take what I need from it and then trash the rest of the bag with everything left in it. Some iron boots, tin ingots, and iron ingots, as well as another name tag. Again, we don't need what is left in there, so let's just trash it. We got some filled tin cans, an iron helmet, and a saddle, which we actually already have a saddle, I believe, but we could stick that away. We definitely need to get our storage system up and going relatively soon here, just due to the amount of items that we have. And we can stick our tin and iron away just like so. Now we have our rare loot bag. Let's take a peek here. We got a summoning pendulum, which actually we already have one of those, so we can just hold on to it. And then finally, our legendary. Let's see what we got here. No whammies, please. All right, we got some diamond boots with fire protection, but a curse of vanishing on it. A bronze pickaxe, which isn't amazing, and then a compass, which once again is not that amazing, to be completely honest. So we could stick those there, and then we'll hold on to everything else. I mean, to be fair, we do have, I'm going to keep this fortune book here. We did pick up enough stuff to get us plenty of iron, so we can take this all downstairs to our smeltery and smelt it up. All these doors and cauldrons and miscellaneous pieces, parts we can smelt to get iron ingots. So our haul of iron is going to be relatively big, to be completely fair. And actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch these over to base components here rather than blocks, so they can just morph into our normal selection there. And that's the unfortunate thing with crates, they don't sort very well. But yeah, look at this. We have a good amount of stuff kind of back hauled here, which is awesome. Our episode is getting quite long though, so we're going to wrap things up here. When we come back in the next episode, we're going to continue on our path of simple storage. So we are going to get our diamond lattice going and all of this stuff, so that we can jump then into, that's not the right tab there. So we can jump into getting this up and going, because we should, oh, we do need, a living rock slab from Britannia. All right, boys. Well, it looks like we're going to have to get into some Britannia as well, which I'm not really super familiar with. So maybe in the next episode, we might be jumping into some Britannia. So guys, with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, feel free to leave a like down below. Better yet, leave me a comment. Let me know what you all are thinking on this series. It has been doing great thus far, and I'm having a great time playing it. So keep the views coming, keep the likes coming, and I'll keep the episodes coming. If you're new to the channel, you want to follow along, hit that subscribe button and bell notification. I'll let you know every single time a new episode is posted to the channel. I do stream over on Twitch. We have been streaming this save file recently, just kind of doing miscellaneous things. So if you don't want to miss out on that, go and check that out in the description with my schedule. I also have my Discord link down there if you want to keep up to date with any changes that are coming here on the channel or to our Twitch. But guys, with that being said, thank you so much for sticking through to the end. I'll catch you all in the next one. Thanks. Bye.